what is it used for, and we will go from there, right? So let's go back to over here. We're going to say, what is NSLOOKUP? So NSLOOKUP is a command line tool that allows users to query domain name servers. It's used to obtain information about domain names, the IP address, and the DNS record. What does NSLOOKUP do? It troubleshoots DNS problems, domain name systems, right? So what is a DNS? So if you have a website, it has to be hosted somewhere. It has to be, and that hosting provider is what is going to say on their system, on their network, what like where does your website resolve to, right? So what IP address on their system has your website. So now you have to set your DNS to that provider in order for it to be able to, for you to be to access that website. So let's say you have two hosting companies, right? Let's say you're using Bluehost for one company and you're using DreamHost for another company, right? You can have two different websites up, but only one of those websites will show, and the one that's going to show is the one that you have your name servers pointed to for that domain. So if you register your domain name at GoDaddy, for instance, right, then you need to have your DNS pointed at Bluehost or at DreamHost in order for your website to be able to come up. If you don't have it pointed at neither, and you just have it pointed at GoDaddy, it'll show you like a GoDaddy splash page. So that's why the NSLOOKUP is helpful and important. It returns back information about your website, right? So it says it helps you troubleshoot DNS problems, investigate suspicious domains. That is very, very important. That's very important in order to get to whenever you see, if you ever got one of those phishing emails that say, it says like billing.google.abcxyz7234.com.uk.dev.whatever, like literally whatever. It's like, that looks suspicious, right? Well, on that domain name, you can do on the host of a domain name, you can do a whois or NSLOOKUP on it to see, okay, where is this coming from? This is weird, right? Defend against cache poisoning. I haven't heard of the defend against cache poisoning, right? So how to use NSLOOKUP, right? To get an authoritative answer, type in NSLOOKUP -type SOA and then the domain name .the TLD. To check the domain's MX record, you can do NSLOOKUP type MX. MX is used for mailing. Where does your mail on your domain name gets routed to? Something that is typical in hosting. To use a different DNS server, type NSLOOKUP name server URL, DNS server IP address, right? So we're going to try all that out, but let's get started. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right. So we are going to do, NSLOOKUP. And we will do, so let's just do a basic NSLOOKUP, NSLOOKUP foxnews.com. And it returns to you the, so this is our server. This is my computer right here, right? What I'm running on. But it says for Fox News, the non-authoritative answer is this is the IP address that resolves to foxnews.com, right? So as we were seeing though, when we're reading on the Google search, to get an authoritative answer, we'll say NSLOOKUP, and we're going to say -type equals SOA, and we're going to say foxnews.com. And it does not give us a particular authoritative answer, but it does give us more information where it has the origin, the mail address. It says the serial refresh, and never really heard of these things before. Only thing that we really cared about was this IP address, which I don't see it over here. So let me go back to this. This is the only thing that we really cared about, to make sure that when we were doing web hosting at the web hosting company, it was to make sure that the domain name for the customer matched the IP address that we had on file for like that. It was one of our internal IP addresses. All right. Let's see. Let's check their MX record real quick. So like all this that we're doing, we are actually, am I blocking? No, I'm not. All right. We're actually doing information gathering, right? So let me do this. I'm going to, let's do something like this. Let me go to, or let's do this. I'm gonna, instead of doing that, I'm going to say, where can I take notes on this text editor, right? So I'm gonna say info gathering, right? So let's do this. Ping foxnews.com. And you see how this IP address right here matches that IP address? So I'm gonna stop that. And do I need this information? I don't know yet, but I have this information. Oops. Copy. Control Shift. Okay, Control Shift C. So I'm gonna paste this. How do I paste? Good. Paste selection or paste clipboard. Oh my God. All right, let's do here. I want to paste. All right, there we go. So I got my ping info, right? And now let's do clear. I'm gonna do NSLOOKUP Fox News, which is gonna give us like almost the same thing, but I wanna copy that as well. Shift Control C. And I'm going to paste, right? So now I have my NSLOOKUP, right? And then I want to do okay. So now let's try to do this NSLOOKUP dash type equals MX and then foxnews.com. And there goes their MX record. So this is where they this is where their email is being routed to. All right. So let's copy that. That's my information. Let's copy that. And we paste that in here. So now we have their IP address that they're using. We have when we make, at least from our location, when we try to ping them, it's using Akamai Technologies, which is another, like, I believe Akamai is another content delivery system where they use cache. You can get your content faster. All right, and then what was that other clear? Let me check that last one we did. NSLOOKUP, and then type equals SOA, and we'll do continue with Fox News, and I'll copy this information as well into here, right? Paste. So now we have a bunch of information that we've gathered. We have we have this origin. I guess maybe that's a name server. We have their mail address. We have their MX records, or how their mail is being routed through. How often they refresh, the retry, all that good stuff, right? So there we go. Let's see. So, and then there's one more thing we can do, right? If we wanted to test it against another name server, so we'd do NSLOOKUP, and we would say name server URL. So I believe it is, is it NS1? I think it's going to be. Lunch break. So let's finish this off real quick, and then we will go to break. But I believe it is NS. No, what is it? Let's just do a search real quick. Let me see. Dream host name servers. They're either DNS1 or NS1. I never remember. NS1. All right, so we're gonna do ns1.dreamhost.com, and then we're going to do DNS server IP address. To use a different DNS server, type in name server URL, DNS, let me see, foxnews.com. Is that gonna work? Let me see. Maybe not. Nope. How do you do that? How do you do that again? It was like, it's not that. It is, let me see. You have it backwards. Maybe I have backwards. Oops. If I do, so NSLOOKUP. Let me see if I can do it like that. And if I was to take this might not work. I've done it a long time ago, so I don't remember exactly how it goes. But you can query, you can do an NSLOOKUP against a I don't know. Anyways, whatever. That one's not too important. That one would come in that one came in handy to see about the propagation of when you change your name servers, if all the places are getting it. But I'll find it. We'll go from there, right? So let's go to full screen. Let's go to full screen. Let me check the chat.
Internship was all they gave. Flex my skills, dug my own grave. This tech ship's left me stranded in a sea where dreams are banded. Paid 20 grand for a crash course ride. 3 weeks sprint, now nowhere to hide. Got my resume sharp like a blade, but doors ain't open, I'm stuck in the shade. They promised me gold, but gave me 10. All the gear, but can't get in. Feeling like a ghost with a haunted past. Spent all my cash, now I'm out of gas. Dusty skills and empty thrills. Paid my dues and got the bills. Ghosted by code and left alone. Knocking on doors, but nobody's home. I got the skills to hack their maze, but no one's keen to give me praise. Living on hope and caffeine highs. Tired eyes under cloudy skies. Internship days and unpaid nights. Dreams of jobs and neon lights. Feeling broke, but they said I'd